Despite orders from Governor Greg Abbott to divest from China, the teacher retirement system of Texas is continuing to invest there. This is Thursday, April 10th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into Thursday. Thanks for spending a few minutes here with the Texas Minute. Members of the Texas House overwhelmingly rejected a push yesterday to remove Speaker Dustin Burrows. More on that story coming up. During a city council meeting this week, Houston Mayor John Whitmire said that 900 people who have been charged with murder are free on bond in the city. Taking much of the blame for that is Hillary Younger. She's the judge of the 248th District Court. Judge Unger's court has been repeatedly criticized for releasing people charged with violent crimes, including capital murder, back into the community on bond. For example, last week, Houston police recovered the bodies of Austin Collette and his girlfriend. Authorities say he likely shot her before killing himself. Collette had pled guilty to murder back in 2019, but Judge Unger authorized his release and had not scheduled a sentencing hearing, since 2019. Members of the Texas Senate are considering a measure requiring healthcare providers to report the adverse side effects of vaccinations and other drugs. Senate Bill 269 by Republican State Senator Charles Perry of Lubbock would also require Texas physicians to report patients' serious adverse side effects from experimental or investigational drugs to the federal MedWatch program. A motion to remove Dustin Burrows from the speakership of the Texas House was swatted down yesterday by a vote of 141-2, with 5 members present but not voting and 2 others absent. Republican State Representative Brian Harris in Midlothian forced to vote Wednesday on a resolution he authored to remove Texas House Speaker Dustin Burrows. Harrison said Burrows had betrayed Republican voters and handed power to Democrats. Republican State Representative Cody Harris of Palestine was a Burrows loyalist who spoke briefly in opposition, dismissing Harrison's resolution as a waste of time. Even conservatives who routinely vote with Harrison were dismissive of the effort. For example, Republican State Representative Tony Tinderhold of Arlington issued a statement saying the time to litigate the speakership of Dustin Burrows was over. The Texas Minute will be right back.
The media has an agenda, and having seen behind the curtain, I can tell you it's not what's in your best interests. That's why I started the Salcedo Storm podcast every weekday. Real talk for real Texans. The Salcedo Storm podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Even as the Trump administration ramps up its pressure on China, the teacher retirement system of Texas is continuing to fund the communist regime in apparent defiance of Governor Greg Abbott's divestment order. Back in November 2024, Abbott ordered state pension funds to divest from Chinese firms. TRS had claimed to have done so at the end of January, yet records show that TRS cast corporate proxy votes with more than 10 Chinese companies since January 1st, 2025, with 5 of those being new investments. A TRS report for February 2025 also showed continued investments in Chinese funds. A TRS spokesperson admitted that the system still holds indirect investments in China and Hong Kong through commingled funds, where TRS is one of many investors. The retirement system is refusing to say exactly how much Texas money they're sending to the CCP. You can find the details of this story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. Today's edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Robert Montoya, Brandon Waltons, Luca Cacciatore, and Joseph Trimmer. Our producer is Nick Shepard. If you have time, please give the Texas Minute a rating on your podcast app. Your feedback helps us improve the content. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.